Hey there, and welcome to another Dave Does video, and today we're checking out The Warning and Martirio. Sorry, I should say that before. Martirio. Octane concert from Sinix XM, so radio station performance, I believe. It's a song I have heard. I haven't heard this particular live performance, but it is a song I have done, and I've covered it on the channel before, so it won't be a completely new surprise to me. But whenever one of the patrons reach out and ask me to check out a video, of course I will. Let's count it in. 3, 2, 1, go!
A veces las cosas obvias son las más difíciles de ver. Te asfixiaste con tus propias manos. Cuando todo apunta que por
Wonder why they didn't just go straight to acoustics when it's on the radio, because you haven't got obviously drum tracks. I really like how her voice has developed over. So I'm guessing they're playing with her pals backing track unless she's somewhere else. Oh no, she's over there. Okay, fair enough. Fair play, fair play. I thought they were going to do an acoustic breakdown. Little drum shield, drum booth. I like the angst in her voice. She's got some snarly attitude in this. Nice harmonizations. It's really interesting seeing them just kind of standing still and not moving around the stage like they normally do. I keep waiting for Ali to do her her little dip bass move. It almost feels like she really wants to, but she's restraining herself. Because obviously in the studio trying to keep it neat, tight, and for the recording. I don't think I've heard this in an acoustic. I'd love to. Stripped back. Sometimes tracks are really cool like that. Let your fingers do the walking on the bass. She's lost her headphones. That way she's going to have to just focus on her in-room sound. Can't hear Pal very much. You can definitely get Ali. She got lucky her headphones only fell off at the end part. Lots of concentration there from The Warning and Martirio. Yeah, good performance. Liked it. Very nicely put together. Obviously, you couldn't get the same vibe that you get from a live concert that they do, where they're full on energy, moving around the stage, and they're great for that. Good song, nice hooky. Love their love the singing performance by Danny, and even the backing vocals. A little bit more energy from Ali in the backing vocals would have been good, just in the tone. But I guess there's a little bit of trying to keep it controlled for the recording, because they get that one take to get it nailed it. Unless especially if they're doing it as a live, going straight out, they don't want to fuck up. So that could be the reason. I do want to touch on a little bit of talk about with the warning. So I used in a reference point of the warning in a video I did on Liliac, maybe 6 to 8 weeks ago, something like that, and I was doing Queen of Hearts. I've since then done their live performance of Master of Puppets. Firstly, Master of Puppets that Liliac did was a great performance. Really thoroughly enjoyed it. And completely changed my opinion of where Liliac were compared to Queen of Hearts live performance. Queen of Hearts was a couple of years old, I believe. And I used the reference point because someone asked me why did I reference the warning and motion device, etc., in the same conversation when I'm talking about Liliac. And the reason being is that these three bands were all brought to my attention around the same time. All family-orientated bands who got their main breakthrough covers doing YouTubes, so Enter Salmon, etc. And we've got to see these bands grow up, mature, develop, put their own music out, etc. And the reason I talked about this, the Warning and Liliac, in the same breath was because they kind of started on the same sort of trajectory, and for me, the one main criticism I've always had with Liliac was when would they find their sound. So the Warning found their sound quite early. I think even before when they were writing their very first EP, especially with Queen of the Murder Scene, they definitely found their sound there, and they've just kept growing that, and they've adapted slightly, but generally they've had their sound. They've known what they wanted, so they've gone with it. With Liliac, we've seen a lot of different changes, looks, styles, trying to work out what's right, and that's fine. That's the gestation period of a band, and it really does feel like the band is now in a position where they can do that. Although I've seen a picture of Melody on another, and it looks like a completely different look. And so whether that's different, just a one-off for a single or for an album, or if they're just still trying new things. But they have got great skill within Liliac. It was just a case of finding what worked. And so the Queen of Hearts performance was a little bit wooden. They were still trying to find what worked for them. Whereas I felt the Warning found their groove a little bit earlier on, so they've had time to kind of move forward. And I think Liliac will now be able to, once they get their groove, they can now kind of properly take off. Because Melody's got a great voice. I really like it that she's very much unique, stands out. But then so does Danny. So Danny sounds out great from the Warning as well. But a lot of people kind of felt that they were criticising me, saying the Warning wasn't very good. The Warning has got nowhere near the same level of skill as Liliac. And my argument here is they're very different bands. Liliac are going down more of a kind of classic metal route. The Warning are more focused on the grooves, the hooks, the storytelling element, rather than trying to think about if it's who's the better guitar player, if you like. And so I've never really compared them that way. I've just kind of compared them on their overall professionalism level, is probably the best way to put it. So how much of a polished product are they? And I think for me, that was where Lily was just trying to find what was their own style, rather than kind of borrowing it. You could say every time you saw them, there was a slight variation. They were trying something new. They were trying a new look. And that's kind of a trial and error thing, and that's fine. Bands go through that. You do that. Every band I know does a trial and error, and that's why you take your band out on the road and you try these things. You see what works, see what doesn't. You get feedback. I just think the Warning got there a little bit quicker because they found it and it worked, and they were like, right, let's run with that. And good, fair play. They've done a great job with the Warning, and I hope Liliac will do the same. Their cover of Master Puppets I prefer the Liliac Master of Puppets live performance I saw recently to watching any Metallica live performance of Master of Puppets. I thought the Liliac version was much better, and I thoroughly enjoyed that video. But I just felt, as I'm covering this, and I don't know when I'm next going to go back to Liliac, for the Liliac fans that might be watching the Warning fans, and to address the comments on that Liliac video where they were quite talking about how the Warning were given, because they were given loads of money behind them, etc. They've been given a leg up and they're not that good. I disagree with all that. They worked their backsides off. They may have got a little bit, well, they still did the studios, but they worked off, and they went for a completely different approach to the Liliac. and it paid off for the warning. And they are one of the hardest working bands I've seen. They're always on the road, they're always touring, and they have great interaction with their fans. But so do Liliac. So again, fair play. Just think my only major difference between them is that Liliac have just taken longer to try and find their roots and get into that groove. And I think now that they're there, they will really completely take off for Liliac. So there you go. But that was, anyway, the warning. Martirio, I used that as my little springboard to talk about that conversation about Liliac from those last videos. But yeah, thoroughly enjoyable. I just wish I could hear Power a little bit more in my ears, because I could hear her she was quite low back compared to Ali in the backing vocals. Yeah, and it was a good solid performance from the band. Now, if you like this video, please do like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on another video sometime very soon. Take care.